For a long time, Greenland was this vast frozen island, a symbol of isolation and scientific research. But that's all changing. Now it's right at the heart of a global power struggle. And we're going to dive into why this place of ice and snow might just become the world's next great battlefield. It all kind of blew up in the headlines with this one wild idea from a former US president. Hey, let's just buy Greenland. And that quote there really captures the shockwaves it sent. This wasn't just some crazy random thought. It was a loud and clear signal that the world's superpowers had their eyes locked on the Arctic.
So what's the deal? I mean, why are the US, Russia, and China all of a sudden scrambling to get a piece of this massive icy island? Well, the answer, believe it or not, starts with understanding what life is actually like there. Okay, so before we get into all the geopolitics, let's just paint a picture of life in this immense and honestly pretty unforgiving landscape. First off, the sheer scale of this place is just mind-boggling. We're talking about an area so big you could cram France, Great Britain, Spain, Italy, and Germany inside it, and you'd still have room left over. It's huge. But here's the kicker. Almost all of that massive space, 85% of it, is completely buried under the world's second largest ice cap. That makes it almost entirely uninhabitable. And that right there leads to this totally wild contrast. You've got a continent-sized island, but the population is smaller than a lot of city neighborhoods. We're talking just about 56,000 people. That's it. Survival here is all about calories, not so much about gourmet food. The traditional diet is super high in fat and protein, based on whatever the land and sea can provide. We're talking seal, whale, reindeer. On the flip side, fresh fruits and vegetables, yeah, those are a total luxury. So it makes sense, right? Because life is so challenging, almost everyone clumps together. About 80% of the population lives in just a handful of towns, with the capital, Nuuk, being the biggest. It's just way too hard to make it out in those really remote spots. What you get is a life that's a constant struggle. The entire economy pretty much hinges on fishing and financial help from Denmark. And the isolation, it's intense. There are no roads connecting the towns. None. The only way to get around is by plane or by boat. And this constant struggle, it takes a really heavy toll. This is a tough thing to talk about, but it's a huge part of understanding the reality there. An absolutely shocking 8% of all deaths in Greenland are suicides.